That's just part of it. So,
Did you get stabbed anywhere?
yes, I got slashed. I got slashed right here, and like as he was going, and yeah, it's just unfortunate. But like, I want things to be the way they could be for everybody.
How many knives were there
I It was like a
that were
whole.
used in the fight? That is.
Well, what? I want to say two. I know Scotty. Like Scotty, at one point, he had grabbed a kitchen knife from downstairs, and then he went upstairs. Yeah, and that's what did Sebastian have, or who had the kitchen? Was it him or him? The point is, yeah, it could be that this very thing is like partially just as much my fault as someone else's fault, essentially, and we're just willing to like figure it out, see if like lots of people like yeah, like it's just lots of people like not lots of people, but like in the way I was fighting Scotty and I was stabbing him too, like that's something if that's not necessary, we don't want normal people to or whatever's like we don't want people who already enjoy their lives if they do to have to go through that.
Yeah.
So we're willing to step back, and if they enjoy their lives, it's for them, and it can be whatever they need it to be. But for us, we just completely step back from this. This is no longer our question to answer, and we can't figure it out. But what needs to be understood is I don't fight like that anymore, even though I have had to. So like in the decision that my blood is labeled bad, it needs to be like basically put me in handcuffs, and like I want to make sure that like there's a possibility that some people don't understand how bad a life could be that some people think should exist.
Yeah.
And I'm just even now I'm not willing to actually physically fight about that anymore. Some people still are, and that's okay. But
Did you call 911?
the 911, that's where the thing gets weird. I did call 911. I told them, and I was literally like, no, they tried to like commit. I told them this deal, and then another phone number called me. Two phone numbers called me, and they started talking about, like, asking me all these questions about where I'm going and everything. I got extremely panicked, and then I realized this is where I put together that there's like a bunch more people that I know, like involved in this, and it worried me.
Okay.
And I was like,
did you call 911? Were you still at the house?
yeah.
Okay, was Scotty alive then or no? Scotty was still alive when you called 911.
Yeah, Scotty called 911.
Scotty called 911.
Yeah. Scotty called 911 because he knew what was happening with Sebastian. Like he knew that Sebastian. Yeah, but for me,
Did you get on the phone with 911 ever?
I did like towards the end.
Okay, towards the end. But the beginning of the call was Scotty.
Yeah, apparently Scotty knew that him and him were gonna fight. Like apparently Scotty knew that him and Bass were fighting.
Okay.
And like maybe he got that like in his mind from someone. I don't know. But understand, for me, we do not fight no more. Like you guys are, like you go ahead and put me in cuffs because I do not fight no more.
Okay. Did Scotty call 911 from his cell phone or a landline?
It's a cell phone.
Okay. And then when you got on the phone with 911, where was Scotty at?
Scotty was up there at the stairs with me, and like, yeah, at this point, this is exactly how it all ties in. We're up there. Scotty was with that big knife. I was over there, like standing, trying to like initially help Bass. Then Scotty tried to kill me with the big knife, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? And I was like, why are you guys doing this? And like, I understand that might be the very thing you guys protect, in the same way there's the very thing I protect. And there's a sad revelation that the way you guys would maybe attack something is the same way that maybe we would attack something. But for me, it would no longer be the way we are.
I think what might be happening, Seth, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I think what might be happening is you're trying to minimize what you did today and kind of place some of the blame on Scotty and Sebastian. I think that what you're trying to tell us is that Scotty and Sebastian had more involvement in hurting each other than you had in hurting them both.
This could be true, yes. That's the whole line of the problem, of the either problem or not problem, could be directly tied to my blood and everything. And that's why, like, the decision for me and the way like I say, I feel bad about things and like I'm like this. For me, those times have become so hard because like I have a genuine like I didn't want what happened to accidentally happen, like even though it kind of is what was supposed to happen. So like for me, like this the story of where my like I guess where my blood for me and like the way I was tied to it ends exactly where it's at, and then the farther ends of it, yeah.
So tell me the truth.
Yeah. Well, we know the same truths here, and like
Did Scotty?
yeah.
Scotty didn't stab Sebastian.
So yeah, there's a lot to it, but like
Scotty didn't stab Sebastian.
yeah, no, we're at the point. We know what we know, and if you guys have to do what you guys think you have to do, but I'm just trying to I want to show you guys things from the way I was raised that helped us to be like something that doesn't happen like slow but like fast, that you can just be like calm if you want to and things like that. Like there's these things from like just the world around us, like outside, like and ancestral things, I guess, like just different things you would eat and things like this that really help regulate it all. Like if you want it to be, if you don't want it to be, it's your decision to keep it how it is.
So
And we don't fight for this no more.
you're on the phone with 911
Yeah.
after Scotty's on the phone with 911. Did you tell 911 anything? What did you talk to him about?
Like by the time I was on,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
went
told
on the
him.
phone.
Yeah,
What did you tell him?
I told him Sebastian killed himself, which I thought he did. Sebastian hadn't killed himself. Scotty had killed him, but
Why
like
did you tell 911 that Sebastian killed himself when you told me that Scotty stabbed him in the
yeah,
foot?
because when he started attacking me, I realized that he must have killed him, unless Sebastian just killed himself because he didn't want to fight Scotty. So like, there's the thing. I don't fight for these things no more, and this is very true for us. Whereas some people still do, and it's now to a point where if there's some people that still do, if they want to see what the world would look like to see if it's better for them, like the way a lot of people think it would end. That's okay.
Why did you leave the house instead of stay there and wait for the police to show up?
Like leave the house because there were so many people pretending to be different people. Like there was people that I had trusted, that like I had met, that like were telling me about how like there's possibly this one final end that could be like what's essentially known as heaven for everyone.
Okay.
And to me, that final end is like the best result because now you no longer have people at war. But then there was all these other ones getting involved. Like all these people like.
So why did you leave the house?
I left the house. Like I wanted to avoid, like if there is a possible way for the final result of everyone getting to enjoy their life, like when it comes down to like what it is, like I wanted that to be a real thing. So like if I didn't leave the house, like there was forces at play like bigger than the police, things like that. And unfortunately for me and members of my family, there's sometimes that we have to deal with those things, but we don't deal with those things in the way people think, which is where we fight. We do not fight.
Where were you going to when you left the house?
When I left the house,
Yeah.
I was like, I drove around for, I drove around for 10 hours and I contemplated and I said, what world is created for people that's left right now? And I was like, if you have seemingly a lot of people that are willing to, basically what it seems like end a small few, the small few is probably wrong and the big few is probably right. It probably should end this way.
Where did you go after you left the house?
That is where I was driving
You
around.
didn't tell me anything. You didn't tell me. You said you were driving around for 10 hours. Where did you go after you left the house?
It was like 10 hours back and forth from one side of the state to another side of the state.
What time do you think it is right now?
Maybe it was like 5 hours. Like it's probably what, 6:30?
No, it's not 6:30. So you weren't driving around for 10 hours.
Yeah, I suppose it was less than that.
What was your plan? when you left the house?
My initial plan?
Yeah.
My initial plan was to get a charging cord. My phone was dead, and I wanted to see if I could figure out where the nearest police department was. but like I was very lost. Like I'm not very good at finding my way around places.
Maybe just, why would you go to the police station?
What's that?
Why would you go to the police station?
To meet you guys.
They were coming to your house. Could have just stayed there.
Oh, like I said, those very few. I believe some of them are very good. Like I truly believe some of these people, they are. Some of them are very bad. Like I said, I'm giving up that decision.
It doesn't answer the question though. What were you planning to do when you left the house after Scotty and Sebastian were dead?
Go to a police station.
Why didn't you go to one?
I didn't know exactly where one was, and my phone was dead. And in the phone, I needed to find out what I needed to find out, which was. Are you still following for this part, for this one?
No, because I don't understand. If you wanted to go to the police station, just wait at the house for the police to come to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. But it was like, there's an understanding that I have of the way that politics is right now, and the very way you guys will kill me probably very soon right now.
Why would we don't want to kill you. We're not going to kill you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I really want to be, I want to be helpful and everything, but
You've been helpful. I think you're trying to tell us the truth. I think you've told us some of the truth. But
it's all, like, the entire way,
100% of the truth.
if there is a difference between, like, you know, what you call good, bad, bad, good, good, bad, bad, good, like, it's probably a way of being able to describe it that makes things hard or something, because, like, it's been similar in history when they, like, try and sit down and, like, maybe figure it out to each other, that it becomes, like, I guess, difficult.
It can be difficult if you try to lie about it.
Yeah.
The truth is easy. It only happens one way.
Yep, it does only happen one way for me, and that's unfortunate, but that's, yeah. In mine, yes.
Okay.
It's unfortunate for me that things go like that, but in a similar way to one of the cool aspects about you guys, about, you know, is that you don't back down. For me, when I don't back down, it's not about fighting. It's about whatever topic I believe, or like something I believe, you know, close to my.
Listen, Seth. I would really like for you to tell us more about this. As far as, are there weapons in your truck right now?
Weapons in my truck. There's maybe you guys have to search it. I actually don't know, but like normally I'd keep things with me. Like I'd keep a gun on me or something, and it might be
one of the knives that was used today to stab Scotty or Sebastian in your truck.
No.
Okay. How about firearms? Do you have any guns in your truck?
Maybe.
Well, that's kind of
we don't have any guns in my truck right now.
Okay. What about anywhere else? Did you get rid of a knife as you're driving somewhere? Did you throw a gun out the window? Anything like that?
Yeah, I get what you're getting at. There is a gun, but like for us, it's sacred. It's not like for us, this gun becomes sacred because like in the ways that like I described earlier of the 10 on 10s, like being able to like stay safe, like when the like fives are getting like basically destroyed, like the gun is a sacred way of making sure that like everyone can keep like you know, like so for us the gun
where is it at?
It's just that gun is the only thing that can, like for me, telling y'all about that gun is like pretty much the only thing that can actually kill me. So it's like, which is like, well, just
kill you.
Just like for me, when I'm shot in the head, for example, with this gun, it kills me forever. Like,
where did you discard the gun at?
The gun is still in the house up there.
Okay. Was that gun used today to kill Sebastian or Scotty?
No, I wanted them to come back.
Did you use that gun at all today?
No, I did not. I did not use that gun today.
Okay. The only weapons that you used to harm Sebastian and Scotty were the knife?
Yeah, but there is a genuine difference between the two, and like the gun lets them come back. They like you guys got to understand that with us. There's a genuine difference between the two.
I can't say I fully understand because that seems like a very sacred thing to you,
Yeah,
but I understand it's very important to you.
but I see what you guys have for me. It's okay. Like I can see what you guys are like ultimately going to do to me at this point, and like I understand this.
Yeah, you've been under arrest for some time.
Yeah,
You're gonna go to jail.
yeah, but at this point, you just want to go ahead and cuff me up. But I'd like to talk to a lawyer at this point, so but like understand that. I hope everyone's good. I wish everyone what they want out of life. I really do.
Okay.
Just go ahead and stay seated, but
Yeah.
transparent your back for me, all right?
So just documentation is.
Alright, I'm dead. Just kill me. You're good. You stabbed me. It's over. I don't fight. I don't fight the way you think I fight. I don't want it no more. I love everybody. I love everybody, guys. I don't want to fight this way.
Well said. That was not a good choice on your part.
I thought you were gonna kill me, guys. You gotta understand.
Roll over on your side.
Okay. Can you push me over?